We are starting with our next panel discussion, from ledger to leadership, a leader's vision for accounting GCC. I request Hansraj sir to escort our dignitaries on the stage. CA Dhruvin Kothari sir, who is Managing Director at KMK Ventures, CA.Guru Prasad Makam, who is an eminent speaker and a partner at Guru Jana and Company with over 700 plus members, and CA Uday Ranpara sir, who is an eminent speaker and a director of Unison Globus. CA Priti Savla ma'am, who is the moderator for the panel, who is a current council member. Thank you. Now we'll felicitate our faculties for today. Felicitate. CA Dhruvin Kothari sir, CA.Guru Prasad Makam sir, and CA Uday Ranpara sir. To set the tone further, I would invite CA Hansraj sir to deliver his opening remarks.
Thank you very much. You see, like it is for the 2 days, we are just on a subject which is really been need of for the country only. Today also it was in the news how the GDP will be taking shape of. Some challenges are there in the production side or the manufacturing segments, but how the service sector can be leveraged off. And fortunately, the place which is being known for the talent, the India as a strategic hub has a many advantageous position. And whatsoever the mode of the services to be rendered, we all are capable of, whether through the technology mode or through the mechanism of bringing out many other modes which are being allowed under the WTO scheme of the country. And many state governments are giving attraction to the GCCs. Today also I heard of some UP and MP, they have an advantageous position. The Karnataka and the Gujarat has already established and proven their skills. And fortunately, the speakers around us are the panelists today with us in this particular session, which is giving us how the leadership skill or bringing out from a leisure to leadership, from that perspective of the small primary services to the services which are of secondary in nature, which are value added in nature, that has been advantageous, that kind of skill has been taken care in our country. And 3 of the panelists which we find the best amongst us, I can see like Guru, I know for a very long time he is the best amongst, we talk about the technology or bringing out the GCC for the country. I'm really, I welcome you Guru Bhai. The Dhruvin Kothari also, I first time met him, but I heard of him, he is the best amongst the lot, who will be bringing out so many good things to understand and give us the best of the knowledge. And Uday Bhai also, I understand he will be giving us in whole perspectively. And you see, like we talk about the moderator, the person who understands how to map their knowledge to bring out best for each one of you. So our Priti, Savla man as a council colleague, I know her capability and competency, how she makes the things happen to be, so that the best should be coming from all the our panelists. With this initial remarks, I welcome each one of you, and hopefully our leaders from the Ahmedabad, Purushottam Khandelwal, and the convener and the deputy convener of our GCC group in the ICI, they are justified in bringing out to this second series here in Ahmedabad only, though I was there in the first series in Delhi also. That was also equally good. But here in Ahmedabad, because of the gift city is the main thing, and the visits to the gift city has always encouraging for many. So with this initial remarks, I welcome each one of you. I welcome our moderator as well as our panelist, so that and request Priti Band to take this session forward. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Hansraj Bhai, for your setting the tone of the session. And it's all about ledger to leadership and what it is all about. So it's like a kind of professional development trajectory of financial and accounting professionals who progress from managing detailed financial records to taking a strategic and executive leadership roles within the organization. So everyone is busy. Earlier we have seen in the session the compliances. So how to move ahead? And friends, let me tell all of you, this session is a more engaging session. So I was actually missing, yesterday there was a session on sustainability and wanted to be there part of that session. But today's, I was so happy that today I got this session to moderate, because this is one of the best engaging session. And we were just sitting before this session, how to actually take takeaway out of this session, so that the dreams, what Pankaj Bhai said in the earlier, his vote of thanks, can come into reality, and that we'll be doing this in engaging everyone. How from managing the numbers to shaping the strategy, from technical to visionary, developing the key leadership qualities and leveraging tools and technology, everything what we are going to cover it. And we are very fortunate to have this distinguished panelist today with us. And as and when we start the panel discussions, we'll be introducing them. And friends, everyone understands that qualifying a chartered accountancy itself is a big question mark and challenging. And once we qualify, we start the practice or in industry, and going to the next level is more challenging. So let us understand from our eminent speakers and the panelists how they have reached to this position in GCC. Everyone has a question in this audience, how to take first step ahead and build our competencies in GCC, how to get work from USA or UK or Australia. Let us understand from our panelists how they have reached to this position, starting with CA.Guru Prasad ji. We have, when we visit over there in his office, we have seen his office. It's a paperless office, and that is not today. It's long back, about a decade back, who no one has thought. Now we are talking about sustainability and the paperless office. But at that time, he had thought about all those things. Sir, have more than 1,000 of a team members. Friends, let us understand from Guru sir, how you have reached to this position.
Sir, firstly, thank you all. I was thinking everybody would go for lunch. You stayed back. Thank you for that. I'll only concentrate on GCC aspect, not on the growth of the profession. We didn't hear the word GCC ever before. Just a couple of years ago, somebody was started telling India will become the office of the world. So we were looking at setting up GCCs. We didn't set up a GCC for us. Many of them will set up their own GCC for rendering services. But we created GCC as a service. Like income tax is a service, tax audit is a service, can we do GCC as a service? So we just started it a couple of years ago with a hub and spoke model, where the main cities like Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Delhi, these are the main cities where the face of the office sits down. And the spoke will be in a Gadag, Surat, or a sub-city in Rajasthan or West Bengal. The talent comes from the sub-city, the spoke city will face the US people. So we started doing that. We have not done tons of GCC work. Maybe all put together in the 2 years, we have just done 7 cases. But the 7 cases have been extremely nice for me to understand and grow. One simplest thing I could share with you is let's keep time. Keeping up time is everything in profession and more so in GCC, because their entire business arm is outsourced to you. You are taking up a part of their business, and in case we don't keep time, we can't do anything. So we started doing small. During most of my answers, I'll concentrate on the fact that as a chartered accountancy firm working on taxation, GST, yeah, we may be a 20 people firm, 40 people firm, 1,000 people firm, but all of us are doing the same work. It is only volume which changes. As an accounting firm, how can I do GCC as a service? Even you may be a 30 people firm, but how will I do service is what I would like to concentrate on. We hear very wonderful things that Goldman Sachs is setting up a 20,000 people facility, Accenture has become 5 lakh people facility. That is not in my reach. I can only do what is in my reach. I'll concentrate on aspects telling that how do I set up a GCC, what is in my reach. I am practicing in Vadodara. We are 3 partners with 4 chartered accountants, 30 articles. मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? Let's look at that focus.
So very practically, you have said, sir, let us be on the ground reality and focus ki how we can grow, and that will lead to the next question. Coming to you, Dhruvin bhai, you are the founding partner, like you are qualified much before, like about 10 years back and 20 years back, somewhere in 2006 or so as a chartered accountancy. But now you are a founding partner of KMK Ventures. Like when I was given this session, I was going through the website and their profiles, what they are doing. So I have seen everything of US on your website. So how you have actually grown to this level?
Yeah. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Chartered Accountant Dhruvin Kothari. I'm the founding partner of KMK Ventures Private Limited. I qualified as a CA in 2006. From 6 to almost 2018, I was practicing on the domestic front. And in 2018, just an idea popped up that there's a lot of buzz around the word outsourcing, so can we do that? My brother and a friend of mine joined me, Dev Kothari and Asad Murlidhar, and we started out KMK Ventures with 0 people, 0 capital, no office, no infrastructure. The journey has been good. Over the last 7 years, we have grown from 0 to 900, and we focused on US as a geography where we sought for clients, and today we are employing around 300 chartered accountants in the company and 600 CPAs, EAs, MBAs, MCOMs. So the journey has been good, ma'am, and it's something that I would like to enlighten everyone on. If someone is having a vision of setting up a GCC or an outsourcing firm, then that's what I'm here for. Thank you.
Some glimpses or some story, if you can share with the audience.
Yeah, so there are a lot of stories, ma'am. So we started, the day we started, we did not know whom to pitch for a client. And I remember that day when we went on a site called Upwork. There are two sites, Freelancer and Upwork, and we went on that site, and there was so people put their jobs on that, so you can bid for a work and you can get a job. And the first work that we got was for $80, and the three of us, we spent the whole night working for $80 because we did not have a technical knowledge on it. And from that till today, it has been a great journey. Things have been mostly positive, and what we believe in is that if you put in the hard work with the right set of values and integrity, then things will happen for you. It may happen at a very fast pace, or sometimes you have to keep patience, but things will work out well. So, yeah.
So it's a combination all about hard work, the time, 18 hours a day, and patience, perseverance, which all I can understand from your conversation, which is required to be put in. Coming to you, Uday bhai, you have qualified chartered accountancy and also as a CPA USA. And now being a group CEO of Unison Group, and also from Ahmedabad, both Dhruvin and Uday is from Ahmedabad. You're also from Ahmedabad. So being in Ahmedabad, qualifying CPA USA, what made you to actually qualify? सारे लोग तो प्रैक्टिस में होते हैं, अच्छा खासा GST कर लिया और टैक्स ऑडिट. What made you to do CPA USA, and what made you to actually become a part of GCC?
Thank you, Priti, for asking this question, and thank you, ICAI, for providing this stage. Good afternoon, everyone. Kem cho Ahmedabad, badda majama. I hope most of us understand Gujarati. How many of us understand Gujarati? Oh, thank you. Thank you for just proving that you all are awake and you are listening to what we are saying. I started my journey in 2003 with Johnson & Johnson when I was half CA. And in 2004, after qualifying, one more year I have invested in that company. And in 2005, I realized that Mumbai is not the place I would want to live. Sorry to say, Priti. And have to go back to Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad na loko ne Mumbai ma na faave. So wanted to come back to Ahmedabad and met a gentleman, Vijay Zinzuwadia, is sitting here with me, my partner for last 20 years. And we started, or rather, I joined his CA firm, which is called Zinzuwadia and Company. Worked together in CA firm for a few years. And then in 2006, when we started deciding that we have to think out of the box, we are doing good practice, but this is not for what we are made. So let us think out of the box and let us try and do something in international territory. And we started our journey from UK market. So in 2006, we got our first UK client and we started serving in the outsourcing space. Friends, we were not even understanding that that's called outsourcing space. We were just thinking that we are service providers and we are providing service. In 2013, we formalized it. I had to surrender my COP and I had to become managing director of that company. And that's where our journey started. From UK, we expanded in US. After that, we expanded in Australia. Recently started our UAE projects. So this is our journey, and now we have 600 people working with us. We are operating from Ahmedabad. We are also operating in GIFT City, Baroda, Surat, Hyderabad, soon coming to Chennai. So that's my journey.
So it is not only about Ahmedabad or Mumbai. Now you have become a global personality, what I can say.
Thank you so much.
So this is a journey, means everyone was in practice and to go to the next level they thought of and had some punch, fire in the belly, and then they have went to the next level. So if you think you can do, if there is a will, there is a way. And Guru sir, coming to you, see, majority of the participants are practitioners. All of you are practitioners? If you can raise your hand. Yes. All of you are into traditional practice? Yes. So, sir, if the audience like the question, for all these traditional practitioners, if you can let everyone understand how a traditional practitioner can actually venture into GCC.
This mic is, the other mic is not working. I had to borrow this. So we had to take a call between setting up a GCC for ourselves or setting up a GCC as a service. So that was a call which we had to take. And somehow we had a great love for our accounting standards, Ind AS, the compliances of GST. I like fighting in the NCLT. So somehow my mind personally as an individual didn't go and get attracted towards selling. I'll go and approach a CPA and I'll do his work here. Because I was very tuned to the Indian system, and that is where my heart was blooming. So we told, let us set up a facility where we can render services for a GCC. So what is it each of us can do is, one, definitely keep up our originality. We cannot lose the originality just because we are serving somebody in UK, US or Germany. We should look like what we are. And I'm sure that genuinity has to be demonstrated. That is the single fact which we have to understand. Second, we have to pick up certain clients which can be turned around faster. Now, if I take up a client which is going to be a 500 people company or a 1,000 people company, he may not come to me. I'm a chartered accountancy practice, I may have 1,000 people in the organization, but having said that, he will not see me as a GCC specialist. So when I'm rendering services there, I need to see what is my market. Where is it I'll get my customer? That is very vital for me. So we boiled down on the fact that let us not go into an area for setting up a GCC which is in the CPA space. I will not set up a GCC in the accounting outsourcing space. As it is a service as a GCC, we told let us give it as a service deliverable and create a product out of this service. So we identified hundreds of places. Then we zeroed down on a couple of things. That time we had a team of only 3 people. Even now my entire GCC team is only 11 people. Not that we have tons of people to do it. Audit may be much larger. We do a large number of audits. But the background of this large team will also present credibility. So there has to be some sense of consolidation when you do it. When you go to a customer in Germany and tell, look, I am 1,000 people, I am in Gurujana, we have set up a GCC, they'll listen to you. That becomes a lot more easier. So consolidation makes help. Second, you need to bucket exactly what is your pitch. So one example I could give you for the pitch is, we told let us look at GCC in biotechnology industry. Let us look at GCC only in structural engineering. So we went to cities like Los Angeles, we went to cities like Hamburg, we went to cities like London, Stuttgart in Germany, where things are going heavily on infrastructure. When infrastructure is growing in those countries, architects are the only target where they need business. Architects are approached from these people for setting up infrastructure, but they don't have engineers to do that work. In Stuttgart, an engineer could cost anything between 120,000 euros to 140,000 euros. But a structural engineer in India is much lower and he doesn't have the job. So you position yourself to that specific target telling, look, I'll only set up a GCC facility for a structural engineering team. So you have 2 ends to tie up. One end to tie up is how do I get a customer? Second end to tie up is how do I serve the customer? So these are the only 2 ends you need to tie up. You need to tie up how do I get a customer? If I am coming here to and speaking about GCC here, none of you sitting here will give me a job. I am coming here for the love of my alma mater. But if I have to go and get a GCC on structural engineering, I need to be present in the road shows of engineering companies, construction companies. I need to be present in the road shows in Europe or anywhere. कुछ नहीं मिला तो एक travel मिला ना, इसमें क्या बात है? Go there, have a cup of wine and come back. At least कम से कम वो मिल गया. And you also get a business expenses out of it, a holiday out of business expense. So be present. Excuse me, can you please reduce your volume there in the deck, please? So we go there and present ourselves in these forums to look at people. Second thing you need to see is what is your pain point. You need to be focused in seeing the pain point. If you write a mail to some architect telling that, I believe you have won 7 contracts, you don't have engineers, you have 20 engineers, I can provide you 40 engineers in India at this rate. Make a specific proposal. Third, be ready with answers. Fourth, be realistic. Then come back to India and find out where do I get these engineers. Surathkal was a right place for us. Surathkal is in south of India. They're extremely good civil engineers. Civil engineers don't have engagements in India. So we told, okay, let us look at civil engineers in India, structural engineers in India. They only require some knowledge to face them. So that is how it has to be stitched. So we stitched up something called a micro GCC or a nano GCC, where the number of engineers could be 20, 30, 40 to start with. Maybe it will go to 400 tomorrow. But when I go to a person to pitch to him, I can pitch with him, boss, start with 10 people. GCC is not defined as you need to have 10,000 people. You can start with 10 people. I'll get you 10 engineers. There is a cost arbitrage, but I'm not going on cost arbitrage because my Surathkal engineers, my RVC engineers are 10 times better than what you find in Stuttgart. These are their credentials. Today it is not the position of telling मैं काम करता हूँ. Today the position is telling I am delivering better than any of your engineers in Hamburg. My engineers are much better trained than them. We have artificial intelligence. That has to be the positioning. Make a one-pager. Send it to them as a focus. I saw your website. You have got 9 contracts. You have got 20 people. I saw your Instagram. This is what it is. Now I can offer this to you. This is the costing. And this is my role. I can either do it as a build, operate, transfer. I can run it for you. Or I can set it up for you. That's how you need to be so focused. We took out something at a clinical research. Udupi as a clinical research facility. We told, okay, world over clinical research is becoming extremely difficult. It's not easy to do clinical research. Can we spin it around and tell, okay, you guys do the research there. The clinical trials, I'll do it in India and send it back to you. We have failed thrice. It's not that we are successful. But that is something which you have to do hyper-focus. Without hyper-focus, just going and telling I have competencies and doing GCC would not function.
So understanding the pain points of the prospective customers and the fulfilling their requirements and very focused approach will really help. That is what the discussion is bringing out. So thank you very much, and this is really a good tip for the day. So for the session, I can say. Coming to you, Dhruvin bhai. So since KMK Ventures have grown, you have said you have about 900 people, and everyone is looking forward to have some setup in GCC or some KPO like knowledge outsourcing unit or something. If you can guide this audience how to begin this setup, to have a setup in GCC.
Yeah. So friends, there is a slight difference between what is a KPO and what is a GCC, right? GCC is you have a MNC who sets up their capability center in India. A KPO, you are deploying your people to work for clients based out of different geographies outside India, right? Overall, a lot of CAs have been venturing into starting an outsourcing firm. That's the base, because unless you create a base, nobody is going to come to you that, hey, please set up a GCC for me. As sir said, you may start with a nano or a micro GCC, but scaling up, you need to have a base. You need to show your clients that there is a base. So starting out with outsourcing with an outsourcing firm in the finance domain, that is accounting, bookkeeping, tax, FP&A, audit assurance, is a very lucrative field, a very sought after field these days among practicing chartered accountants. I would say it's a field where there is a great scope and there is a lot of money to be made if things are done in the right way. Right, we need to be ahead of the curve. In our story back in 2021, when we were growing, we were at around 100 people in 2021. And the work that we were doing and the work we are doing right now is absolutely different. Back then, we were doing a lot of grunt level work. Now, all that work of preparing an income tax return or doing a ARAP job, most of that work is being automated. we took a pivot in 2021 and we shifted to high-end works like fractional CFO services, FP&A work. So that pivot is very important, and anyone who positions himself ahead of the curve, because AI is coming after this sector at a massive level. There are a lot of technological advancements happening. At KMK, we had the fortune of onboarding an enterprise client before a year. It's a Fortune 100 company and the 6th largest software company in the world. So while we were working for them and while we are creating a GCC for them, we understood that where the ball is going to be after 3 or 4 years, and the amount of advancements that they are coming up with is going to render accountants jobless. And the grunt level work is going to go out of the ball game totally. So it's for us to understand this, absorb that, and position ourselves so that we can utilize that expertise, or we can utilize the AI to solve bigger problems. Positioning, anyone who wants to start out new needs to really concentrate on these aspects and position himself ahead of the curve, and that would be a great start. Then, of course, it's a long journey. You have to create infrastructure. There will always be a problem of whether to hire people or whether to get work, right? We used to face that problem a lot because you cannot create a bench on day one. We don't have that capital to deploy. So whether we get work, then we don't have people to execute the work, because we'll not get people immediately, say for the first 3 or 4 months. Once you get the work, it takes 4 or 5 months to get in the people. So it's a chicken and egg story where we have to position ourselves, and then execution and problem solving is going to be the real game changing things. So that would be
So the infrastructure, the resources are huge challenges, and if Uday bhai, you have also said you have reached to this position at Unison, if you can also guide how to actually begin and set up.
Thank you. Friends, I would like to keep it very simple because most of us who are listening here, they might be interested to enter into this particular area, or they might be in this area and wanted to scale up. So the first and foremost step, according to me, when you want to enter into anything apart from your routine practices, first to take a decision. What decision is whether you want to be an entrepreneur or you want to do your journey as a professional. I'm sorry to say, friends, but these two are completely different as far as GCC space or outsourcing space is concerned. Because if I go as a professional, so as a chartered accountant, all of us have done our journeys as chartered accountants. The first step is to gather the knowledge, to become the expert of something, and then start implementing it, getting your clients for that, implementing it. When I say entrepreneurial journey, when we started our outsourcing back in 2006, I was not even a CPA. We started it as our entrepreneurial journey, as in our job is, we understand one thing, there is somebody who needs some services, there is someone who's expert to do it. We just have to bring these two together by taking the risk on us. What I mean to say is hiring people who have different capabilities, finding the client, and these hired people will serve them. That's it. That's an entrepreneurial journey. So anybody who wants to start, we have to decide first, if you want to go on the professional route, first gather the knowledge, gather the qualification, become CA, CPA, UK CA, US CPA, Australian CPA. But if you want to go on the entrepreneurial journey, just jump into it. Bring your first client. I'm sure that is the biggest challenge. How to bring the client. I'm sure so many faces I'm seeing here, they are બરાબર છે પણ લાવવાનું કેવી રીતના પહેલે એ તો બતાવો. So I'm just going to share my partner's story, not my story. Today he is not sitting here, so I'm taking the liberty to tell his story, how we got our first client. So Vijesh bhai, he went to London. He just landed in London. Before going, he he shot almost 400, 500 emails to different CPA firms, chartered accountant firms, that I want to come and meet you and want your appointment. उन सब में से we got one appointment. 400 email के बाद एक appointment मिला, and that too was a Jewish firm. Why I'm emphasizing on Jewish with all due respect, because हमारे यहाँ पे जैसे एक होता है ना कि एक समझो कि एक हम एक again with all due respect to all the Marwaris, but एक impression की बात है, एक मारवाड़ी, एक सिंधी, उनका एक particular combination, तो मतलब हम कहते हैं कि इनके साथ दंगा करना होगा तो वो निचोड़ देंगे हमको. So that's the impression of Jewish there in UK. And Vijesh Bhai went and sat in front of the gentleman, and his first question was, give me your passport. Let me first see whether you are here on a legitimate visa or not. Otherwise, we are not even talking. Right? So trust is the first thing to start any business. To build the trust, he had to show his visa that I am here on a legitimate visa, and then the talk began. And fortunately, he converted him into our first client, who's still our client as of today, after more than 20 years. So that's a simple story. You go there, you meet people, you try to convince them, you demonstrate trust. If you can win their trust, you will get your first client.
Thank you for sharing your story. And going forward, Guru sir, if you can also share something, how to get the clients. So because this is a very interesting topic which has begun now, and everyone is in the dilemma कि हम पहलो client केवी रीते મળે, केवी रीते લઈ આવવાનું. And sir, if you can also share your story, how to get the clients.
So I just saw CITY-GANDHINAGAR here. How to get the client, a master hai. Yes. Pata nahi, he has got it. Such an easy way to get clients. But getting a client is a full-time job. When you are setting up a GCC, getting a client is a full-time job. It can't be that a client aa gaya, main service kar lunga. It won't work that way. I'll tell you a story, how did we get our first client. That could give you some perspectives of what you need to do. We realized that somehow whatever Uday was telling resonates with me, Jewish. But we went to a Jewish only because of other reasons. We went to a Jewish because they have a lot of money. So these are the guys who have got too much of money, let us target them. Second, India and Israel had very good relationships. Third, US market is saturated, UK is very, very saturated. Let us look at Israel as a market. So we focused only on Jewish churches. So what we did is, there is something called synagogue. Synagogue is a temple where the Jews pray. Synagogues get a huge amount of donations. If you see the overall landscape of the world economy, money is there with the Jews in US. They pump in a lot of money to the temples in Ireland and across the world. So we studied first for a period of 1 month. We went to Kerala, Cochin, and studied what is the meaning of a synagogue. What are the type of donations they get? What are the type of festivals they have? And we made a document out of that telling this is what is the competency involved in synagogues. The second thing we did is, there was something called the Indo-American Trade Commission of Israel. We became members of the Trade Commission. They organized many shows, go back to the shows, sit there, contemplate with people, meet people, etc., etc. Once you do that, the third step is, have a clear document with you telling that what you can do for synagogues. What is the service you can deliver? One could be accounting. One could be prayer services. One could be dashboarding. One could be donor management. One could be donor reminders, the whole sequence of it. Then we identified the next step, stating that who are serving these people. There were 9 firms in Israel, Tel Aviv mostly, which were serving these people. So we looked at all the 9 firms. Whatever little information is available in the website, we concentrated on these 9 firms. Out of these 9 firms, we realized that 4 of them were only specialized in doing this work. They don't do anything else. They were only doing this work. To these 4 of them, we approached them telling that you already have an organization. I went and met them. It was very, very easy for me to meet them. Extremely comfortable for me to meet very hospitable people, amazing people. I just went and met them. I'm coming from India. I would like to meet you. This is a business proposal. The crux of the matter is, you are not going there asking as a service provider. You are going there as a partner in progress. Telling, look, I am bringing a solution to you. I am not going to provide service to you. I am not a service provider to you. I am bringing a solution to you. So we took the software. There was a software called Shulk Cloud, which we studied again in the website. We took a course on Shulk Cloud. 3 of my chartered accountants did the course. We knew how to operate Shulk Cloud. Shulk Cloud is a software for synagogues, only for synagogues. We mastered that. Then we went with a business pitch to the 4 of them. We went and told, this is what we can set it up for you. You keep control. We'll have a joint venture agreement. We want to provide directors for you. We'll provide directorship services. India is a complex country. We will take the responsibility of compliances. We'll get the people. We will get type of people to work for you. And we set it up. And it happened 9 months later. We had a build, operate, transfer agreement telling that in 9 months, you pay me a one-time fee for setting all these things for you. You pay me a month-on-month fee at a percentage of your cost in India, which could be anything between 15 to 20%. So if the Indian cost for the 40 people was running to around 80 lakhs or 1 crore of rupees, you pay me 20 lakhs. So you have a good margin for the next 8 months. You almost make a billing of 20 lakhs into 8 months is a 2 crore of rupees almost. At the end of 8 months, you tell, okay, now that this unit is ready, I can transfer it to you. Some cases it works, please transfer it, you have a BOT margin, you take it. Some cases that will continue. This case is told continue for 6 more months, we want to see. So the coffins continue. So what I am trying to tell is the first client is a lot of hard work. You need to go back, do your research, identify the target market, identify the segment, and don't go after the same thing. If you go after the same thing, you'll see it is always told that you do the same thing, you get the same result. You will have to pitch into something else. There are fraternities in US. There are trade unions in US. There are golf clubs in US. There are chains who only do this work. And there is a huge amount of talent shortage. You need to take a business proposal to them like a business pitch. This is what I am presenting to you. This is not a caste arbitrage game. This is a mind arbitrage game. That's how you get your first client. I would expect at least you need to invest your personal time of 2 months to get one client, along with your infrastructure. So be prepared for that 2 months. Don't use tax audit time, so use some other time.
Sir, excellent case study, sir, you have given. હવે મને લાગે છે કે હવે 6 મહિના પછી મને અહીંયાથી એટલીસ્ટ 10% લોકો સિલાગોંગમાં મળશે ઇઝરાયલમાં. Anyways, jokes apart, thank you, sir, for giving this excellent case study, and this is really opening eyes for everyone. And coming to you, Uday, Dhruvin bhai, if you can also share some business model which can really work to develop something of the kind which you might have developed, which Guru sir also has shared, but some different business model if you can share.
Sure. Uday bhai mentioned that Vijay bhai had the vision, capital and convenience to travel to London, meet a client. Sir also mentioned. So when we started out, we did not have anything of that sort, right? And we took a very different route, and this may resonate a lot with someone who wants to start, who is just starting out. So we started out our outsourcing journey in the US market, and in 2018, April 18 was precisely when we started out, and the first time one of the 3 of us who visited US for any kind of business development was in 2022. So it was 5 years, it took us 5 years to visit. Of course, COVID played a part. We wanted to visit in 2020, but we couldn't go there. So what did we do differently? We concentrated on building up a digital presence. Our entire focus was building up a very strong digital presence, which starts with building a good website. And the biggest factor that played a great role in our success was working on SEO, that is search engine optimization. Over last 8 years, we have worked on 480 keywords, and we are among the top 3 in at least 250 of them. It is a gradual process. It will not happen overnight. Uh, but if you have a good digital presence, if you have really worked in the right manner on the SEO front, clients will come to you. Clients will search you out, and SEO is a capital intensive thing, right? It's not for free, like you create a website in 5,000 rupees, it will not happen. But if you deploy your capital in the right frame, SEO will still take you places. People will look you up, and if you appear in the first page, and if you can get in the first page on some keywords, then it will get you a lot of business. Apart from that, email marketing is a thing of past. Nobody would even look at emails these days. It will straight away go to spam. But mail marketing, so mail is sending your brochure, does work a lot. Specifically in the US, it is working. Even in the UK, I suppose it is working. So these are some different nuances that people can try, and which are much cheaper, like doing a visit to US and meeting and staying there for a month and meeting 15, 20, 30, 40 people is a costly affair rather than doing it this way. Into a very interesting story that I would like to share here. In 2022, when we first visited the US, we exhibited in one of the conferences of AICP. I think Uday's firm was also there. And we did it in 22, 23, 24. We did not do it this year. Last year, when we did it, there were 50 CPA firms from India who were exhibiting, for 50 outsourcing firms from India who were exhibiting in an AICPA conference. And it was a fish market, right? So the right thing to do is taking pivots at the right juncture, trying to be ahead of the game, and getting into different channels of marketing. But all said and done, the SEO thing is definitely going to work for anyone who tries it. And if you have the vision to get into this domain, please invest in that. Put the right kind of efforts, and success will follow.
So, search engine optimization and AI, you already opened the door for AI. So I would like to have very quick question to Uday bhai. If you can also throw some light on this artificial intelligence and the technology, how it is playing a role for even in GCC perspective.
Definitely. I'm sure all of us sitting here are aware about, we all know what is AI, what is automation. Friends, normally, not only AI, automation also plays a very big role in our industry. It is reducing time, increasing efficiency. So AI is very important, and mostly people think that is it going to cut the jobs or is it going to help us? So I always say to everyone that always remember one thing, that it is not the big which eats small, right? It is the fast which eats slow. So the world is changing very fast. Technology is changing very fast. You just have to get equipped with it. Once we are equipped with it, our jobs are not going anywhere. And I have seen in my last visit to US, what I saw is there are tools, there are AI softwares which are going to take care of everything, like from your client onboarding till client management, till document management, till their accounting, till the calculation of their taxes, up till filing of the taxes. So everything is going to be automated in future. Maybe next 3 to 5 years, we are going to see drastic changes in this particular field. What my suggestion to all of us is keep yourself updated with tools, technologies that will make your life easy and that will keep you relevant for long.
Thanks, that's a great views, and let us now come to rapid fire round, and after that we'll open the floor for, because we understand that a lot of questions from this panelists from the floor and from audience to understand what and how, and Sanjib bhai will be taking through that. But before that, we'll have very quickly a rapid fire round. And the first question to all the panelists, and they have to answer only in one word. That is starting with Guru sir. Sir, if you can share one leadership lesson you have learned the hard way.
Straightforward.
So you have to clap also for this. Dhruvin bhai.
A similar kind of an answer.
So you have to answer something different?
Integrity is what I believe.
Integrity, yes.
Hard work.
Hard work. So a round of applause to all the three panelists on this. And the next rapid fire question is, Guru sir, to you, what's the biggest myth about accountants becoming leaders?
Mindset.
Mindset. So it's all about the mindset. The accountants are the leaders in themselves.
I concur with him.
You have to answer something different.
Okay. So, yeah, it's possible. That's what I will say.
So it's always possible,
doable.
and it has to be positivity. So it has to be go out of beyond the compliances and accountants' mindset.
Think out of the box.
Yes?
Think out of the box.
Think out of the box, and the uniqueness is required. So thank you very much. And now if, sir, if you are not an accountant, or if you are not a chartered accountant, not into accounting field, what profession you would have chosen?
Branding. Branding.
Branding is all about Guru and Jana.
Sports. Table tennis player.
Table tennis player, and that is what the sportsmanship which Dhruvin sir is actually showing. Yes.
I am an academician, so definitely academics.
Yes, by passion he has always said that he is an academician. So a loud applause to everyone for sharing their life journey, how they have reached to this position. So thank you very much. And now we are opening this floor for the questions. Next 10 minutes up to 2 o'clock, we'll be opening this session, questions from the floor. So mic can be actually given in the audience. You can introduce yourself and then take it up. And I really thank all the panelists. It was a very good journey for this session also. We were interacting since yesterday. But thank you all the panelists, Hansraj bhai and Sanjib ji, for really drafted, structured this session very well. So thank you, Sanjib bhai. Over to you, Sanjib ji.
Oh, this is for vote of thanks or
No,
questions?
So questions, so please now.
Okay, so yeah,
So I'll
please.
be leaving now. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, can we have the mic over there? Yes. We'll take only 2 or 3 questions because the lunch is ready and we want to wrap up the sessions.
I want to ask to Uday sir. Actually, you said that COP has been surrendered, but I want to know the young CS like me who are looking for a practice and going for practice, and then going for onshore to search for clients. But why you surrender the COP?
First of all, wrong question to be asked in ICAI forum.
Okay.
Because I have to legally correct. You know that a practicing chartered accountant who's holding a COP cannot do anything full-time apart from that. So if you are just providing a service and you have a department wherein you are just providing an outsourcing service, that's completely fine from your firm. But if you are taking it as a long-term business, you definitely will understand that for legality you will need a company here, a company in US, then there has to be contracts between them. So when you are opening up a company, what position you will take in that company? If you are becoming a CEO or a whole-time director in that company, you cannot hold COP. So my reason was because we had a legal form or private limited company, and I was supposed to become managing director for that, and that's why I had to leave.
Okay, but a CA firm can do like that, right?
CA firm can give it as a service. Okay. Correct me if I am wrong, because dignitaries are sitting here, and they are better having good knowledge of it. Ethically, I am good, but CA ethics are different.
Got it.
Yes, any more questions?
Here, there.
Yeah, we need to be very short and crisp. Can we give more mics over there?
Hi, excuse me.
And you have to name the panelists whom you want to ask the question.
Great. I want to ask the question to Guru sir. So it's about, how important role is to aggregate our firm or merge our firm into a one big giant one. And what is the mindset mindset shift that we required for that?
So important to merge, because merging is not for size alone. You'll get time to do a lot of things. If you want to do business, if you want to do develop, research, you need to have 5 partners. One of you take care of tax audit, one of you take care of stat audit. I'll do this. So that is one reason to merge. And mindset to merge is very difficult. Everybody will answer on the grounds that culturally we have to manage and things like that. But all is okay. As long as money is on the table, everybody will merge. पैसा है तो आ जाएंगे लोग. पैसा होना है.
And sir, I would like to add in this. This merger is a very good question, because what I have observed in US and what is contradicting here in India with our chartered accountant fraternity is, in US somebody is practicing in tax, that person knows that I am going to practice in tax only and this is my forte. I don't want to get into accounting. And that's where their mergers and acquisitions are very fast, and they are making big firms. Like a tax partner says that, okay, there is an accounting partner and there is a consultant, so let us come together and make a joint venture or a merged firm. In India, normally what we have observed is, we chartered accountants, we think that we can do everything because our course is designed so beautifully, and we have done such a hard work for that for 5 years, that makes us feel that we can do if we can clear CA exams, we can do anything in this world. Right? And that's where we start thinking that, okay, tax I know, somebody talks about, I know something in international tax, okay, this is a good area. I'll not think there that let me merge with this guy. I'll think I should also develop this area. That's the mindset. That's what Guru sir said, that we have to change the mindset and mergers will become very easy.
Yeah, so हमारे साथ ना वो जो नाम होता है ना, वो संजीव सांगी एंड कंपनी, वो बहुत प्यारा होता है. हम उसमें से जी भी नहीं हटाना चाहते. अगर उसमें जी हट गया ना तो तलवारें निकल जाएगी. जिस दिन हम वो तलवार निकालना बंद कर देंगे ना, हमारे मर्जर्स शुरू हो जाएंगे. Any more questions? Yes.
Sir, myself Sachin Nagi. My question is to Dhruvin sir. You did mention about the cost-effective strategy of running around SEO as well as mailings. Could you elaborate more on these, especially for someone who has never done this before? Any experienced tips, etc., which would help us extract the low-hanging fruits to begin with in these methods?
Yeah. See, SEO is not that costly to start with. You set up a website, you hire an in-house SEO guy. It will cost you around 25,000-30,000. Choose the right keywords and keep a proper track of that. That will work over a longer period of time. It will not happen overnight. So SEO is not something that you start today and tomorrow you'll flash up on the first 3 sites on Google. It doesn't happen like that. It's a gradual process, but it is a much cheaper exercise than, say, exhibiting in a conference in US, right? If you exhibit in a conference in US or any other place, UK or Australia, it will cost you nothing less than $7,500 to $15,000 for a 10 by 10 booth, right? And then you have to have at least 2 people go there, your branding material, all sort of things have to happen. So that's a much, in the cost of one conference, you can build up your SEO for the entire year, right? And you can slowly and gradually go up on the ladder on the search engines.
Thank you. So we just have one last question. You can discuss with it offline. Just want to add one single word to this is, be a magnet. It's all about push and pull. So if you push things, people will go away from you. If you become a magnet, people will come back to you. And that magnet is all about your intellectual abilities, your capabilities, your demonstration, which you want to showcase, and the entire world will come back to you. One last question, and before we end.
Hello. I am CA Naman Mehta from Bhavnagar. My question is to CA Dhruvin sir. We discussed at length the customer acquisition or marketing side of the outsourcing business in this panel discussion. Now, for the resource side of it, how do you ensure that your resources are trained and continuous training happens in your organization? And how do you acquire new resources? And what outlook do you have for Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, mainly in Gujarat, for new resources?
Yeah. So the answer to this is when you are starting out, to get good people is going to be very difficult. Your key role as a promoter needs to be on the L&D side. So you need to be a subject matter expert. Say you want to venture into F&A domain, right? You need to be a subject matter expert. You need to create a team around you which is a subject matter expert. There is no dearth of people in India. There are ample number of people in India who want a job. But there are very few people who know the US domain and who would come to you. So when you are starting out, it would be very difficult for you to get people from Big Four or say outsourcing firm like ours, because A, they would be costly, B, if they come to you, they would not stay, or they may not even come to you because they would look at your size. So start out with freshers or semi-experienced people and put all your efforts on their learning and development. They will stay with you for a longer period of time. And that is how you can build your team, right? It again, like SEO, it is a gradual process. So, but if you put in the right concerted efforts on the learning and development, then you can build a great team around you.
Thank you.